Chapter 9. I am a serious mouse. Without wasting a moment, Hercule pulled out the map. The thief's next appointment was at La Scala Theater at 10:30. Thea looked me up and down, shaking her snout. Before we go, you need a better disguise. We'll have to buy something. Rodent friends, you may already know that my Uncle Samuel S. Steeny Snout is a trans-moose cheapskate. Believe it or not, his son Stevie is even worse. Stevie held up his paws in alarm. Buy something? You mean spending and squandering, he squeaked. Oh, I could hardly believe my ears. Not for all the mozzarella and myelin. He grabbed the previous day's newspaper from the garbage, poked 2 holes in it, and draped it over my snout. Then he brushed his paws together, satisfied. There you go. All you need to disguise Geronimo is a nice old newspaper. The less you see him, the better. And it's free. We all rolled our eyes. No, Stevie, that's not going to work, Thea said with a sigh. I was starting to feel desperate. Please, I just want to look dignified, I begged, pulling the newspaper off my snout. After all, I do run the most famous newspaper in the new Mouse City. I'm an intellectual mouse, and I have a reputation to protect. Hercule squeezed my shoulder. Geronimo, leave it to me. I squeaked a sigh of relief. After all, Hercule is a private investigator. He is known for his disguises. He pawed through the pockets of his yellow trench coat and finally pulled something out. Look here, Stilton. You'll never believe it. I have the perfect costume. I was happier than a mouse in a fondue factory. What is it? Hercule winked at me and began to inflate the costume with a little bike pump. Christy Catlitter, this didn't look good. A moment later, everything became clear. It was an enormous inflatable panettone, complete with fake candied fruit, fake raisins, fake sickening vanilla scent, and a ridiculous fake lace doily that looked like a skirt. Hercule grinned proudly. It's a panettone costume. Do you like it? It fits perfectly with myelin in this mysterious case. Plus, dressed up like this, positively no one will recognize you. I waved my paws and shook my snout. I want a serious costume. I am a serious mouse. Why is this so hard for everyone to understand? I can't wear that. Benjamin squeaked up. Uncle Geronimo, if I were you, I would put the panettone costume on right away. We're late. I sighed. As usual, Benjamin was right. So I swallowed my mousely pride, put on the panettone costume, and headed towards La Scala Theater. Thundering cattails, I felt ridiculous. When we arrived at the square, Squeaky and Squeakette cried in unison, There's the famous Classical Dance Academy. Oh, I would love to go there. If I catch you, don't be like that, Stilton. La Scala Theater. This is one of the most beautiful and most famous opera houses of all of Italy. The entrance features mirrors, columns, golden stucco, red velvet platforms, and an enormous chandelier. The theater opened in 1778, and some of the greatest directors, actors, and designers have worked and performed there. Just then, a small dance performance began on the square. The dancers were truly fabulous. Bravo! Encore! The crowd cheered. But at that very moment, a familiar snout peeked out from an upper window of the theater. Hey, everyone! The thief yelled. See this precious crystal flute? I, Geronimo Stilton, am stealing it, and no one can stop me. With a marvelous jump, he leaped onto the roof and ran away. The rodents in the crowd shook their snouts in dismay. Geronimo Stilton really is a thief. Putrid Parmesan, what a disgrace. I felt my fur turn red with embarrassment. For the first time, I was happy to be dressed up like Panettone. Even so, I couldn't help to think that something was awfully odd about the thief. He seemed almost too agile. Strange.